Hi, my name is Layne Jones, and this is my first video on my new YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over my in the bag. My PG number is 173157. So I'm going to start off with what I putt with. I putt with prime Gordons right now. These are my two main ones, and then I have one for upshots. All three of them in the prime plastic. So I have this extra one so I can use it for upshots, anything that needs to get dirty. Then I have my two main ones, which I've been using for about 5 months right now, and they're working out pretty well. We go into throwing putters next. I have 3 throwing putters. So I have 2 culprits, one in the prime moonshine plastic. It's pretty beaten up, as you can see. Then I have one in the Lucid X plastic, got an ace with it. And yeah, these are my approach assists. These are basically zone. Numbers are 4203.5. They go, this one goes straight with a tiny bit of fade, and this one will go straight with a lot of fade. I use these for upshots off the tee, everything within like 275, 300. This is my main throwing putter. It's a Lucid Marshall. It's a straight and then a fade putter. Oh yeah, for this, I will also use it for turnover shots. I need to throw it this and just let it turn over. This one will push dead straight and then fade a little bit. Now let's move on to, and with all these putters, I'll take them out to about 275. That's my comfortable range with putters. This one can push really far. So adjust it. They're kind of hard to find, but if you find one, they're pretty good. So I carry 2 molds in my mid-range slot. To start off with, I have 2 pre-Mac Truths. These are the originals. I have this one in lava plastic. It says really beat in. I can throw it like this. It will flip up and it will hold the turn all the way. This one is a little new. I just did a die on it. It's pretty cool. And this one will go like this, turn a little bit, and come back straight. Now my other mold, I have Verdicts. I have a Lucid. Sometimes they'll carry a Biofusion one. It'll push straight. It'll turn a little bit. It'll come back. This is a pretty beat-in Verdict. Now I have this Hybrid X one. This one's for those little bit more stable shots. I can forehand this one to about 250 comfortably. And by the way, I throw these mids out to 325, 330. This one is just, it's not a meat hook, but it's really stable. You throw it straight and it let it fade. This one though, just listen to this. If you've ever thrown a Justice, this is what I call my baby Justice. This thing will go into any amount of headwind. I threw it into a 50-mile-per-hour headwind once. The thing just pushed straight and faded hard. This one, very stable. I would suggest the Verdict any day. Now I'm gonna move on to fairways. This will be my most understable fairway. This is called a Thief. I can use it for a flip up, hold the turn all the way. I also use this for my rollers. This doesn't come out of the bag very much, but it comes out occasionally. It's just good for those nice hole and turnover. And yeah, I'll do a review on this disc soon. I love this disc. I would suggest it. It's good for beginners, because for beginners, it'll just go dead straight. And it's a good workup start-off driver. It's an 8-speed, so yeah. Dynamic Disc Lucid Thief. So now, the meat of my fairway driver slot. I carry 4 evaders. This one, throw it like this, go, and then it will turn. And it will turn for a while, but it does come back at the end. That's one thing about beating up overstable discs, is that they still hold that stability. They just can beat into very different levels of stability. That's why I have 4. They all do something different. That's what I love about the evader. So this one will throw on a hyzer flip, it will go, and then it will turn, and then it will come back. Now, next one is stability. This is what I call my moonshine evader. I've gotten this one for about 9 months now. So I throw it on a hyzer flip, turns, but comes back. This one's my dead straight one. I can trust this on any line I want to. Hold any line, put it on anhyzer, it will hold, it will come back at the end and fade out. While throwing it flat, it's gonna go dead straight. Throwing it on hyzer, it's gonna flip up and hold dead straight. On that flat release, it might turn a little bit, but it always comes back at the end. I got this first renovator. This one's almost brand new, I feel like. Had it for about 2 months, but it's just not chaining. It is stable. You throw this straight on a hyzer, it might flip up a little bit, but it's gonna hold that hyzer the whole entire way. So I can hit this one really hard. I throw these evaders out to about 375, 380, and they just go, man. I would suggest the evader. I got one more in the bag. I got a Ricky evader. If you know what a felon is or a firebird, this is a baby felon, baby firebird. You can just listen to this. This thing is so stable. I'll throw it like this, and it will come back straight and just push and still hyzer out like 100 feet to the left. These Ricky evaders are super stable. I also have a Lucid X1 I bag sometimes, but it doesn't come in the bag very often unless I'm playing a touchy course. Now I have my, I like to forehand these. So these are my felons. If you ever thrown a Firebird, they're close to that. 3 in the bag. This is my very first disc when I started playing. It's a Lucid Felon. And by the way, all those evaders I carried, they're all Lucid. Now this Lucid Felon has beginning, so if I forehand it, it will flip up. It might turn a little bit, but it comes back. But it still has that Felon fade. That's what I love about these. Thrown on a backhand, it might flip up, but it's gonna fade super hard. I got these Orbit Ricky Felons. This thing, if I throw in a hyzer, it's gonna hold that hyzer. On this one's not gonna turn. This one's just gonna go push straight. It might flip flat, and it's gonna fade a lot. This one though, it's gonna push and then fade. And when I say fade, it's gonna fade hard. Now, I picked up one of these new Gavin Rathbone Felons. They are money. I can probably get this one to about 300 feet before it starts dumping. Like when I mean dump, it's like, if you ever thrown like a hard top flat Firebird, it's like that stable. Or if you just throw in a Lucid X Felon, they're really, really stable, really reliable, and that's all I got to say about that. Now, I carry 2 molds for my distance drivers. This one I feel like is a power control driver. I get this one's a VIP Boatman 11502, but it's just easy distance. I can push this to 400, 415, 425, and it's just easy. It'll hold any line I put it on, and hyzer, flat, hyzer. And it feels good in the hand. It's easier to get up the power on those tight wooded shots or just anything that I just need 375 to 400 feet, maybe a little bit farther than that, but that's all I'm putting this out to. Now, one of the favorite parts of my bag to throw are my Raiders. This one, if I throw it like this, it's gonna hold and turn all the way. I'm not kidding you. It's one of the most understable Raiders I've ever thrown. It's taken a while to beat in. As you can see, it's pretty rough, but it's awesome to throw. Flip up, turn all the way. Next one in stability is this Ricky Raider. This one I can throw in a hyzer. It's gonna flip up, turn a little bit, and then come back straight. This one's my dead straight one. You're probably seeing a pattern in my bag right now. And then for this one will flip up. It won't really turn, and then it will fade at the end. This one's good. I get these distance drivers out to like 450, 475. And then I have my farthest flying one. This is it's very dummy, but I can get this on long flex shots. This one will hold a hyzer, one of the farthest flying discs ever on a hyzer in my opinion. It'll hold the hyzer, but it will push. I mean really push. Now next in my distance driver lineup are my overstable, very overstable. I carry 3 Defenders in the bag, 2 Bios and 1 Lucid. So this one is, as you can see, it's just very beaten in. It's crazy. I don't know what I've done to this, but I throw it on forehands, it's gonna flip up, it's gonna turn, and then it's gonna come back. The Defender feels so good in the hand for forehands. If you haven't tried it before, if you have that kind of power, I would try it. I get these about 375 on a forehand. Good disc. Now the next instability on those forehands, got these. I use these for backhands sometimes, but not often. This one will push straight and then fade really hard. It's like that orbit felon I was talking about. It doesn't really turn, but it'll just flip flat, then fade. Now, the meat hook of my bag. This beautiful Lucid Ice Defender. This thing won't flip up. This one, it's not gonna flip up. It's gonna hold the hyzer. Put on an anhyzer, it's gonna immediately get out of it. On a forehand, I push it about 350 on a hyzer. That's what I'm comfortable with. And yeah, now I'm gonna move on to some utility discs. I have two in the bag. I have this Ironman Justice. Funny story, I lost this in a pond at one of my local courses for 4 months, and then someone finds it one day and they're like, hey, do you want to come get this? And I was like, yeah, because this is my favorite one. It is completely flat, if you see, and it is money. Now, you've never seen one of these before, but these are a Royal Proto Stiletto. This thing, when I mean meat hook, I mean meat hook. This is one of the most stable discs ever thrown. It's close to a tilt. That's how stable it is. This is what I call a throwable tilt, or like a farther flying tilt. I'm not kidding you, this thing is awesome. I'm never gonna get rid of these. Yeah, if you look on the back there, Royal Grand Stiletto. Protos. Got it at Worlds. Yeah, thank you for watching. I carry the hand-eye mission rig bag. It's nice and stiff. I got my Glow Mini in here. Go check them out. We got some Sport Trilogy also. Yeah, right now I don't have anything in this bag. I'm gonna get a review on this bag soon. I got my dynamic disc towel, American flag. Always gotta rep them. And I got just a nice microfiber towel. That works pretty well. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.